I'm Rebecca Fryer with Kingstonist News. Here's what's making headlines today, February 6, 2023. Kingston Health Sciences Centre is dealing with some minor flooding at Hotel Dieu Hospital, and as such, some patient appointments have had to be cancelled and last-minute rescheduled. KHSC says that the flooding damage is varied and affects a number of offices, including the Eating Disorder Clinic, the Diabetes and Bariatric Clinics, as well as the GI Function Unit. The hospital did not say immediately an estimated time of how long remediation work would take or how long the affected areas would be closed to patients and staff. In the face of a growing housing crisis, Kingston City Council is debating the idea of imposing an extra tax on property owners who allow usable housing to sit empty. The hope is that this extra charge would influence property owners to either live in it, rent it, or sell it, as the vacancy rate for affordable housing in Kingston continues to be one of the lowest in Canada. To read more about the proposed tax and how the city plans to gather the information on which homes are going to be empty and who will be taxed, you can check out Kingstonist.com. Two Kingston kids face charges following a pair of incidents on a public bus against another young person. Police say the victim was sitting at the back of the bus by himself when he was approached by two other youths who then began to harass him, making physical contact and using at least one racial slur. Police say exactly 2 weeks later, the same victim was approached by the same two kids again on the bus, and that this time they allegedly made threatening remarks about the victim as he was getting off of the bus. Now, fearing for his safety, the victim and his family contacted Kingston Police to report the incidents. Through some investigation, police were able to track down the two youths who were then arrested and taken to police headquarters. The kids, aged 13 and 14, were each charged with assault and harassment and given future court dates. Police also believe that this was not an isolated incident and say that there may be other victims. They ask anyone who may have had a similar experience to call them and report it. A reminder that you can leave tips anonymously by calling the Kingston Police main line and simply asking to remain anonymous. Thankfully, it was a false alarm at Center 70 after the arena was evacuated last week for a suspected refrigerant gas leak. Around 6:30 that night, Kingston Fire and Rescue got an alarm call about a gas leak at the arena that's located just across the street from one of their fire halls, where two Ontario Minor Hockey Association teams were getting ready to hit the ice. But because the refrigerant, which is most commonly ammonia, can be lethal if inhaled, a hazmat team was deployed and a refrigeration contractor for the arena was called in. Thankfully, though, a more thorough search of the building the following day turned up no leak, with Kingston Fire and Rescue calling it a false alarm. If you're a business owner in Frontenac County, now is the time to have your say on how council can better support you. The annual Frontenac County Business Survey takes about 20 minutes to fill out and provides Frontenac County Council, township councils, and the Planning and Economic Development Advisory Committee with invaluable information about what you want and need as a resident of the county. The survey is now open and will be available until February 28th online, with a chance to win some branded Frontenac County swag just for participating. And lastly, the next installment of the Growing Up Human series, hosted by the Kingston Frontenac Public Library, will explore nonverbal communication and how children use it to both talk and understand to the world around them. Registration is required for the event and can be completed online. The Zoom session runs from 7 to 8 on February 21st and is affiliated with the Child and Adolescent Development and Research Group at Queen's University. For more on these stories and other headlines, or to submit your own news, visit Kingstonist.com and become a subscriber today. I'm Rebecca Fryer. Have a great one, Kingston.